Hi there. This is Shravan Mukka, a business transformation consultant by profession and an entrepreneur from heart. This module is all about the foundation for any business. It's the core commodity around which the entire process of operations, marketing, branding, sales, etc. will be built. If the basics are strong, results are obviously going to be strong, and of course, vice versa. So this particular module helps in analyzing whether the company's product or service is strong enough to withstand so many adverse conditions from the market. The fair and thorough product or service analysis helps in updating or fine-tuning many important business decisions and prepares the business 100% ready for further steps in reaching the target destination. So the stronger the product or service analysis, the easier will be the further steps. Please understand that this is an exhaustive workshop, and the key to the successful workshop is only execution. And unfortunately, there are no shortcuts for the execution of tasks. I don't have any hesitation to repeat this, as I want you to put this deeply fix into your mind that business transformation workshop is an exhaustive workshop and you will definitely get the results, but with consistent execution of the tasks given. So let's start the workshop with a simple basic question. Assume you are asked to find about the strength of a building. Yes, you heard it right. It's very simple. Just write down what questions you might have to consider whether a building is strong enough. So when do you call a building very strong? Don't think too much. You need not be a structural engineer or a construction engineer to answer this. Just use your simple analysis. What could be your possible questions as a layman to analyze the strength of a building? Well, a strong building comprises of strong doors, strong windows, strong walls, and the list continues. It's good if you have answered these. However, if you have not answered, let me tell you, a building would be considered strong if its foundation is strong in first place. Rest all factors are also important, but all of them come next to the foundation. Now let's compare building and business. Product or service is like the foundation for any business. The stronger the product or service, the greater chances for success. As simple as such. So we are analyzing all the factors influencing a strong product or service in this workshop. Now let's get into the game of detailed product or service analysis. Let me be honest with you. This entire workshop is of no use to you if you do not finish the tasks on time. Be honest to yourself, commit to yourself, and finish tasks on time. Here are some basic workshop prerequisites. A clear and open mindset to learn the things in this workshop. Your attitude should be to transform yourself and attract jobs or projects, whichever is your dream. Fix this in your mind. Don't worry about the results now. Focus on learning only as of now. Promise to yourself that you will execute all the tasks in the workshop no matter what. You must start imagining yourself in the shoe of a business transformation analyst. Reason is simple. If you read, analyze, and understand every word with a mindset that you have to address that specific challenge, you will get unimaginable inputs while learning itself from different angles. One more important point. During the workshop, try to make a list of terminology or process or words or whatever which you don't understand or which you have little knowledge or want to know deeper. This is a mandatory task. As shown on the screen, you can check the reference cheat sheet. You have to fill this in the Business Transformation Workshop Observations cheat sheet. Also, don't worry about the notes. I have provided a full playbook for future reference. For now, forget about everything and just enjoy the session. So here is what I'll be covering in the product or service analysis workshop. You will get to know the product or service basic definition, the topics which are getting covered in the workshop, and a detailed case study of a company which failed due to product, and we can always learn from their mistakes. The easiest, the fastest, and the best way to grow is to learn from mistakes and not to repeat them. I want to share a very important point here. When you go through any course or workshop or training, you are actually living the whole life of that particular author. The learning, the essence, the tips, the direction, and many more beneficial aspects you get to know without actually spending that whole lot of time. It's a great way to grow exponentially. Also, the workshop has got some good and ready-to-use takeaways. I have provided 4 templates to exactly analyze the product or service which can be used as a ready reference. And there are a few tasks which are mandatory to execute. Here is a brief overview on product or service. Any business success is based on its user consumption. The happier the user, the best the success rate and the best the business. A good product or service could be something which grabs attention and or the consumption from users in the best way possible. A product is a tangible item and it's something which is physically available in the market for user consumption, while the service could be treated as an intangible item which is the effort of an individual or a team to deliver the required output. And any product or service which is strongly designed has a greater chances of being successful. It almost becomes unstoppable if analyzed from all angles and meets all the required criteria. Whole business transformation agenda is to create the circumstances around your profile that it will automatically communicate the value you deliver to your target audience easily. If you can learn and analyze the right way of product or service for any business, you can just become unstoppable. Here is the product or service curriculum. I will cover the basics of how any product or service could be analyzed for its strength and market fit with process explanation and exact benefits. This is so important that any business which has a clear knowledge of its product, core points can easily estimate what is needed from their end for any updates or fine-tuning to its features. Many companies have utterly failed by missing this simple analysis. I will help further in designing a step-by-step process for different types of analysis. This gives a strong overview on the total product or service philosophy. This kind of knowledge will certainly help you in gaining the much needed confidence and puts you far ahead of your competition or counterparts in every which way possible. Are you connected with the workshop? Some anonymous research says it's hard to focus on any one point for more than 10 minutes. I'm just trying to do my best in ensuring you are hooked with the workshop for your success. Now it's task time. The workshop first task is to define product or service in your own words. List at least 2 points which you got connected with the workshop so far. What is that you want to achieve by end of this specific workshop module? You can write whatever comes to your mind, as there is nothing right or wrong. Also, more than right or wrong, attempting to write is important. This is to analyze what is there in your mind about this module and how connected you are. It could be in a single sentence or a paragraph or anything which comes to your mind. Just do it as a fun activity. Please understand that this is a workshop and the execution of tasks is mandatory. Everything is interlinked and hence all small and big activities play a crucial role. And unfortunately, there are no shortcuts for this success. Here is a simple and best way to execute this task. Refer to Product or Service Workshop Playbook. In the playbook, go through the points which have been covered so far in the video. Rewind the video if needed. Get clarity on all the information which you have gone through so far in the form of video and playbook. Open Product or Service 9 Tasks Sample Answers. As shown on the screen, you can see the sample for reference for task 1. It's pretty much self-explanatory. So it's time to pause the video, finish the task 1 and come back. I am ready, but if you have not finished task 1, please finish it first. Task is very simple, but let me tell you the actual reason behind these simple tasks. This is how your writing skills get improved instantaneously without any effort. If you don't believe, check yourself how many tasks you have done so far in the workshop and what is the level of your improvement in expressing the things. This is what is needed because all you need is expressing yourself and communicating yourself in the simple and best way. Words have power and words are powerful. Words can make or break. So please don't ignore the tasks. The best way to get deeper knowledge is just by attempting all small and big tasks on time. Okay, are you ready? Once again, welcome back to the session and I assume you have executed task 1. Now let's go straight to a case study on a failed business. This is a case study from India. PepperTap provided online shopping platform that addressed customers' need to buy groceries from local markets by delivering the goods to their doorsteps. It targets buyers from different groups of cities divided into 3 tiers. The service helps in solving the problem of long queues in the market, limited parking spaces, and manipulative intermediaries. Grofers, their main competitor, focused only on big cities to reduce the management costs. Another strong competitor of theirs is BigBasket, which manages its own inventory and operates as a mega wholesaler, while PepperTap obtains their inventory from local suppliers. This is the model, and 2 founders, after spending around $51 million and 2 years of hard work, the company was shut down. Here are the observations. Primarily, they entered the online grocery business without sufficient preparation. It failed to acknowledge the need for deep pockets, large assortment, competitive prices, and inventory management. Also, deep-seated perception in customers' mind that online platforms should provide cheaper solutions to their needs. To accommodate such expectations, they offered discounts and sales which were disappropriate to their account strength. It also failed to weigh the scalability of their project before its full blast expansion, which caused problems related to technology. If founding team had done a detailed to-be process analysis, it would have given them an opportunity to focus on these points, and maybe they could have come up with alternative or better solutions to address these challenges in particular. It's always better to learn from the mistakes, save money, energy, and valuable time. Now let's cover the detailed explanation of product or service analysis. First, let's know the product or service explanation. Founders or business owners should be able to define their product or service in simple terms. Trust me, whoever can do this with justification, they are halfway done. Next part is founder or business owner should be able to explain the same product or service in a single paragraph, with which everyone should be able to understand the total business cycle end to end. I have seen many founders or business owners who either just explain too fast or they take ages to communicate their process. Both are not useful. Inputs from the founder or business owner for product or service with a simple sentence and a detailed paragraph almost ends our part as a business transformation analyst. Now I will cover product or service features. Features are typically the characteristics describing the product or service components, capabilities, etc. For best value, features must be prioritized, effectively adding value for its end users and thereby meeting the business objectives. Following are some questions which must be addressed for designing or highlighting the features effectively. What is the goal of the product or service? What are the potential challenges target customer or client is facing related to the product or service? What the customer or client is trying to achieve? Why the customer or client is trying to achieve? How customer or client be impacted if they cannot achieve the goal? Which alternatives might help the customer or client reach their goal? What must product or service need to deliver for the customer or client? By analyzing all these points, product or service features could be effectively drafted. Now here are some important points about product or service benefits. Now the key is to observe the difference between features and benefits. Features convey what a product can do, and benefits are outcomes or end results which customers or client wants to achieve. Benefits affect on an emotional level that customer or client can get connected with. Simple tip is to pick the 3 highest value features and describe their advantages by explaining how the problem helps the customer or client. And next is the market need analysis. A small research on market need analysis will actually address many problems. Business transformation analyst should first find how big the need for the product is and find out the companies which are offering similar things and further continue the exercises. All right, now it's time to execute some tasks. Hope you are ready for the same. Task 2 is to do the product or service analysis. This template can be used for any startup or existing business product or service analysis. Business transformation analyst will be designing this document with the help of founder or business owner inputs or through market research. Take your time and analyze all points in this template. Task 3 is to send a LinkedIn request to a new target group or lead. about your product or service analysis for a company. Task 4 is to send a thank you note to the target group or lead who accepted your request about your product or service analysis for the company. The communication should be natural and engaging plus win-win. All these have been given in the task section for reference. Here is a simple and best way to execute this task. Refer to product or service workshop playbook. In the playbook, go through the points which have been covered so far in the video. Rewind the video if needed. Get clarity on all the information which you have gone through so far in the form of video and playbook content. Then open product or service 9 tasks sample answers. As shown on the screen, you can see the sample for reference for task 2 for product or service analysis. And as you can see on the screen, it's the reference for task 3 for sending a LinkedIn request. It's pretty much self-explanatory. And as shown on the screen, you can see the sample for reference for task 4 for sending a thanks note to whoever has accepted your LinkedIn request. Now please go through the product or service analysis template. If needed, Google some more information, get a thorough understanding, and a sample explanation can be used for reference. Once you get the basic understanding, try to reach out to at least 3 companies, which could be a startup or existing business. How to reach out through the LinkedIn has been explained in the Setting the Base Right module, and all you have to do is pause this video, open the templates, understand them, get clarity, and then do the analysis for product or service. You can resume the video once you finish the tasks. I am ready, and I believe you tried to reach out to a few startups and successfully analyzed their product or service analysis for at least 3 companies. How many startup founders have you tried to reach out? How many of them accepted your invitation? How many of them supported to help your research? End of the day, all I need is a detailed product or service analysis for at least 3 companies. If not done, I request you to first pause this video, finish those tasks, and resume the video. The workshop would be best useful only when the tasks are finished on time without fail. Welcome back. I assume you have touch-based companies and filled product or service analysis for at least 3 companies. Trust me, this will give you immense confidence and clarity. Now let's move ahead for product or service importance. So, product or service importance has got 2 things, competitor analysis and SWOT analysis. Coming to competitor analysis, it's the process of evaluating competitors' products or services, or sometimes their marketing strategies. We need to pick right competitors to analyze and understand how those insights could improve the business. Properly evaluated competitor analysis will first help create a unique value proposition. Then it will help in finding unattended market segments. This analysis sometimes could help in updating or upgrading the existing product or service, and altogether help in projecting the existing product or service in a new dimension. Coming to SWOT analysis, the framework analysis of SWOT, which is strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats, is used to evaluate any company's competitive position. It accesses multiple current and future potential facts and gives realistic and fact-based information. Good SWOT analysis with valid external data can guide strategies which have more chances to be successful. All right, it's time now for a few more tasks. Task 5 is to do the competitive analysis. Business transformation analyst will be designing this document with the help of founder or business owner or the data collected from the research. Please take your time and analyze all points in this template. Task 6 is to do the SWOT analysis. Again, this template can be used for any business, startup or existing SWOT analysis. Business transformation analyst will be designing this document with the help of founder or business owner inputs or the data collected from other resources through research. Take your time and analyze all the points in this template. Task 7 is to send a LinkedIn request to a new target group or lead about competitor analysis and SWOT analysis of an existing business or a new business. And task 8 is to send a thank you note to a target group or lead who has accepted your LinkedIn request about competitor analysis and SWOT analysis of an existing business or a new business. Please remember, the communication should be natural and engaging plus win-win. All these have been explained in the reference templates and tasks section. Here is a simple and best way to execute these tasks. Please refer to Product or Service Workshop Playbook. In the playbook, go through the points which have been covered so far in the video. Rewind the video if needed. Get clarity on all the information which you have gone through so far in the form of video and playbook content. Then open Product or Service 9 Tasks Sample Answers. As shown on the screen, you can see the sample for reference for Task 5, which is a competitor analysis for a business. Again, as shown on the screen, this is a sample for reference for Task 6, which is a SWOT analysis for a business. And as shown on the screen, you can see the sample for reference for Task 7, which is sending a LinkedIn request. Finally, as shown on the screen, you can see the sample for reference for Task 8, which is sending a thank you note to the people who have accepted the LinkedIn request. Now please go through the competitor analysis and SWOT analysis templates. If needed, Google some more information. Get a thorough understanding. Once you get basic understanding, try to reach out to at least 3 existing businesses and do both competitor analysis and SWOT analysis for their product or service. How to reach out through LinkedIn has been explained in Setting the Base Right module. So all you have to do is pause this video for a while, open the sample template, and understand all the fields and analyze the template. Once you finish all the tasks, then you can resume the video. Please don't resume the video without finishing the tasks. Okay, I am ready. And I believe you tried to reach out to companies in your target group and successfully analyzed competitor analysis and SWOT analysis for at least 3 companies. And the more, the better. So how many companies have you tried to reach? How many of them accepted your invitation? How many of them supported to help your research? End of the day, all I need is a detailed competitor analysis and SWOT analysis for at least 3 companies. If not done, I request you to first pause this video, finish those tasks, and then resume the video. The workshop would be best useful only when the tasks are finished on time without fail. Okay, I believe in you. I strongly feel you have executed all the tasks. Now I welcome back and let's jump into product positioning. Here is a brief explanation on product or service positioning. Positioning is finding where the product or service fits in the market. It helps to define what makes the product unique and why someone should consider exploring. Perfect positioning forms a basis for entire marketing journey. Goal is to make the target audience understand the communication about the product to them in a most engaging and convincing manner. This not only makes target audience understand about the product, but also helps in promotional activities resonate with the target group and help them understand how the product is worthy. Now, here are some core elements of product positioning. First is vision. It should explain the product or service overall direction. And then the mission. It should explain how it's going to make the vision a reality. And then the category should give clarity on the market category of the product or service. And then the product getting understood. The marketing communication should be crystal clear. And then the client or customer challenges. What are the major challenges faced by the client or customer? Next, the product USPs. How the product or service is unique from other providers, if any. So these are the core elements of positioning: vision, mission, category, customer or client challenges addressing, and how it is getting understood, and what are the USPs. Now, few positioning strategies are product or service characteristics or benefits approach. The second is price and quality approach. The third is product and user approach. And the fourth one is competitor approach. And fifth one is brand positioning approach. And the sixth one is corporate positioning approach. So based on the product or service background and based on the information we collected in terms of competitor analysis and SWOT analysis, we have to find which strategy works best for the product or service positioning. It depends on the business owner or the founder how the product or service to be positioned. All right, one more task ready and we will be almost ending this module. Task 9 is to understand product or service positioning. This template can be used for any business, could be startup or existing. Business transformation analyst will be designing this document with the help of founder or business owner inputs and the data collected from the other sources or the market research. As a business transformation consultant, what type of positioning you would recommend? Just think. Do as a fun activity and just write down whatever comes to your mind. Understand that there is nothing right or wrong. Start the task execution and put on paper whatever you first get to your mind. Once the task is finished, you can always go back and check for references. But first, it should be your attempt to address the things. It's the first step in learning the things easily. There is nothing right or wrong. It all matters how you start analyzing the things. Analyze the things as a learner. Here is a simple and best way to execute this task. Please refer to Product or Service Workshop Playbook. In the playbook, go through the points which have been covered so far in the video. Rewind the video if needed. Get clarity on all the information which you have gone through so far in the form of video and playbook content. Next, open Product or Service 9 Tasks Sample Answers. As shown on the screen, you can see the sample for reference for Task 9, which is doing a product or service positioning. Once you go through the sample reference template given and the tasks given, you will get maximum clarity. Now, please go through the product or service positioning templates and reference tasks. Please understand and get clarity. Do the product or service positioning for at least 3 different companies. For this, you have to reach out to 3 startups or existing companies. How to reach out has been explained in Setting the Base Right module. Use the same reference and start connecting with the startup founders or business owners. You can resume the video once you analyze yourself thoroughly. I am ready, and I believe you did product or service positioning for at least 3 different companies. If not done, I request you to first pause this video, finish the task, and then resume the video. There is a specific pattern I'm following, and this workshop would be best useful only the tasks are finished on time without fail. Okay, now let's recap what we have learned at Product or Service Analysis Workshop module. Okay, so here is a recap. We understood product or service analysis definition with specific execution process. We understood and filled SWOT analysis and competitor analysis for 3 companies. Finally, we have gone through the product positioning and learned how to fill the same template. Now use the same spirit and try to reach out to the new contacts in your target group and establish a valuable and engaging conversation leading to a strong relationship. I am done from my end on this particular module. Now it's your turn. I remind once again, it's your career and you are the one who is responsible for its appropriate action. Finish any pending tasks, understand the full module, and get ready for the next workshop module. Here is a simple hack to test yourself. What is that you gained with this workshop on product or service analysis? Remember, during prerequisites, I requested to write down about some terms which you don't know or which you have very less knowledge or which you want to know deeper in the cheat sheet provided. Now compare yourself and find what is that you learned at this workshop module. After successfully executing all the 9 tasks and after understanding the 4 ready-to-use templates end-to-end, and after going through the playbook content provided, you can certainly see the difference by yourself. Getting a job or getting a project is not that tough if these tasks are properly executed on time. Catch hold of wonderful opportunities just by finishing these tasks on time. Whatever might be your personal observations, here are the guaranteed outcomes with the workshop completion. You have executed 9 tasks which kick-started your product or service knowledge in the best way on one side and literally improved your writing skills on the other side. If you observe, your profile is already reaching out to your target audience or group. Just keep going with your work without interruption. Next, you have ready-to-use templates for your reference, which can be used for any product or service end-to-end analysis. Any product or service is a sure shot success if the 4 analyses which have been provided are perfectly done. And best part is you have crossed 3rd step in 12 steps of business transformation workshop. So it's time to celebrate as you have crossed one more step closer to the process of becoming a 100% business transformation analyst. Keep rocking and continue sincere efforts. You can easily reach your dream destination just by following the step-by-step tasks provided in the workshop. Thanks for your time and effort. I know you are awesome. Make your career also awesome. See you in my next workshop module. Thanks for everything once again.